What is up, guys? Thunder Studios here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Golden Disc Collection Voyager Mutant Tigertron. So let's get into it. So starting off with the base robot mode, he looks really good. And one thing to note, my lights are kind of like washing out the color. It looks way more vibrant in person. Like the joints and the crotch are way more like turquoise, and the orange is way more like orange instead of like this brown. But yeah. Like, he's got a wonderful, like, mutant head sculpt, which just looks really sick and, like, sort of creepy at the same time with just those golden eyes staring through. You can sort of see them gold eyes on the tiger, but we'll talk about that when he's in animal mode, beast mode. Also, for his articulation, he has a ball joint at the head, but it's very limited. Arm rotation, it can't really go full 360. Bicep swivel, elbow joint, and wrist rotation, which is pretty good. He also does have a waist joint here, where it's a bit higher than you would expect. Legs can kick up that far, only about that far. Knee bend like that, and ankle pivot that can go up and down. But yeah, this is pretty much just a scaled up version of the Kingdom Cheetah mold, so that's pretty cool. So if you know how to do that transformation, you know how to do this one. He is a bit top heavy on his back, mainly because of like the legs and stuff. I do really like all like the paneling on here. The arms are quite bare, but they have like the nice rounded circle shoulder thingies. Bit of kibble on the arms and on the back here. I'm not really a fan of this piece of kibble here. Like, you can lift it up to access the 5mm port. 3mm port, my bad. But like, it doesn't really look the best. And also another thing I don't really like is the feet of the tiger mode. Like, they're kind of hollow and like they don't really look the best here. But I do really like these like spikes and the tiger stripes on the sides of the legs. It's a bit more coherent. And then there's like tiny little like bumps on the feet. These aren't the most stable things. They're very, very thin. And when you transform it, these do get stuck in there, but I've got a trick to show you for after that. So yeah, let's take a look at his accessories. Firstly, he comes with his gut gun. You can see the detail there and just like mechanical detail. This is blast effect compatible, and this also splits apart here, which is pretty cool. So like you can imagine it's sort of like a rocket launcher, so it like shoots off that if you have more blast effects. And that just goes in the oddly like pentagon-ish shaped hands. They're very angular instead of rounded, but yeah, that just fits there, and he looks pretty good. And he also has the tiger tail. I wish this had a bit more articulation, like a couple hinges at least, to have it in more dynamic poses, but he looks great like this, sort of like a whip or something like that. It's mainly there because of like beast mode and stuff. But yeah, this figure does look all right. And I got this like a while ago on special because no one really bought them. I don't think people bought like many of the golden disc figures. But let me know in the comments if you want me to buy them and review them all. Because something pretty cool, if you get all four, you can join the boxes up to make the golden disc. But yeah, that's about it for robot mode. So let's get to his transformation. For the transformation, you just want to take the weapons and accessories and put them off to the side. Once you have done that, start off by folding the heel spurs in. And yeah, to get them out, you just take like a 5mm weapon and just fold them out like this if they do get stuck. But after you've done that, you take the head and lift this up a bit and fold in the mutant head and then fold this back up. Leave this back up here. Once you have done that, rotate the arms so they're sort of like facing here. Lift them up like so and open out these pieces here. And once you have done that, the tightness, like the tolerances isn't the best. They barely like scrape together. That's because they fit so well. But once you've done that, just rotate the arms down like here. Make sure they are nice and straight. So, and just peg it into the back here. So yeah, we'll do that over the other side here. Just take that down and rotate here and peg it into the side. Once you've done that, just close up the belly area. And once you've done that, you can just peg the head down and take the tiger legs and just close them however you want. Just unfold them, which is pretty cool. They're kind of like really this looks exactly like a real tiger. But yeah, just make sure these side panels are down. And once you have done that, just take the feet, fold them back, and it should like push down this panel and flip open the back feet. Just slightly push them down if they don't go down, like so. And once you have done that, like unfold here and fold at the back here. Rotate the legs up. And once you have done that, just take the tail and plug it in the back. Like so. And there is your tiger mode. And for extra weapon storage, you can just store the gut gun under there. It doesn't really look the best, so for the purposes of this review, I'm gonna take this off to the side. So yeah, this looks exactly like an orange tiger. It's very, very surprising that they managed to get this accurate, apart from like the weird little color inconsistencies on the mold. But yeah, like the stripy details, this guy looks so realistic, especially like with those eyes. It also has an opening mouth with painted teeth, which is pretty cool. And yeah, on the back legs here, they look so accurate apart from here. I do really like the orange striping everywhere. You can slightly move the tail side to side, but as I said in robot mode, I'd sort of wish like a little hinge or something. Not really a fan of the feet sticking out. They could have like compressed that more, but it just looks so good here. And like the fur detail, like the kingdom, all the kingdom animals looked so good. Yeah. So yeah, and his articulation, he's got a ball joint here. It can go out sort of like a butterfly joint. Hinge here, it can go all the way back. Ball joint at the feet. So you can rotate them and angle them a bit more. And for the back legs, you can kick them out, not really forward, back, forward, and another ball joint at the foot. If you did want to, you can like extend this out the side a bit more, but it looks very off. So yeah, that is going to be my review for the Transformers Kingdom Golden Disc Collection Voyager Mutant Tigertron. That's a mouthful, try saying that 3 times. But yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment for what my next figure review should be. Peace.